Hello everyone, I welcome once again to my series of lecture that is Understanding Pharmaceutical Science with Dr. Hariharan. So today we are going to discuss elaborately about the mechanism of specialized transduction. So first we understand about a transduction. So if you see, transduction is a genetic transfer process in which the genetic material in a bacteria get transferred from one bacteria to another bacteria, which is mediated by a virus called bacteriophage. So bacteriophage is nothing but a virus which infects the bacteria. This helps in the transfer of genetic material from one bacterium to another bacterium. That process we call as a transduction. So how it does it, the phage particles once gets infect a bacteria, by mistake or error it takes up the bacterial chromosome through its life cycle, then it passes to the next bacteria in which this genetic material get inserted and integrated into the next host bacterium. So this type of genetic transfer we call as transduction. So if you see different types of transduction, generally the transduction can be classified into two types based on the type of genetic material and how the genetic material it transfers from one bacterium to another bacterium. So one is the generalized transduction and second is the specialized transduction. So today we will discuss elaborately about the specialized transduction. So if you see the specialized transduction, in this the transducing particle carries both the bacterial chromosomal DNA and the viral chromosomal DNA and helps in the integration of this bacterial chromosomal DNA into the next bacteria. So this error occurs. So this process occurs. So this process occurs by an error in its lysogenic cycle. So if you see the lysogenic cycle, what happens is a virus sits on a bacteria with over a receptor, internalize its genetic material. This genetic material gets integrated into the host bacterial chromosome and forms a prophage. So this prophage once again comes back to lytic cycle by means of its excision. So during the excision what happens, an error occurs and it carries a part of the host chromosome. So this improper excision of this host chromosome carried by this viral particle can result in this type of genetic transfer. So generally if you see, about 5 to 10% of the bacterial DNA can be taken up by this excision process and it can lead to this new specialized phage particle. So this is similar to that of what happening in the F prime plasmid transition process. We have studied in the conjugation. What happens is that the F plus plasmid get integrated and excise. While excising, it carries some bacterial chromosome. That plasmid we regard as a F prime plasmid. This is how it happens. So if you show how the process of specialized transduction occurring, so we have a bacterium. So the virus particle, phage particle bites, internalize its genetic material. Because of its attachment site, what happens is this, it forms a prophage. That is the viral genetic material DNA, double-stranded one, gets integrated with the host bacterial chromosome. This process we call as lysogenization, and the integrated genetic material we call as a prophage. So it can induce us, that means once again it can enter into the lytic cycle by excision of this prophage of this viral particle back to its original form. So in this case of specialized transduction, what happens is this excision occurs by an error. So it carries a part of the bacterial genetic material instead of the viral particle. So some viral particle will present inside the bacterial chromosome. Few viral particle along with host chromosome DNA will get detached. So this we call as a defective bacteriophage also, because it doesn't contain the genes, especially the attachment gene, which needs to the formation of the prophage. So this we discuss elaborately while it's the integration part. So what happens is it gets excised. Now it has an ability to replicate itself. then it forms the phage particles, and along with this one it is packed, that is the chromosomal DNA plus the viral DNA together get packed into the phage particle, then the bacteria lies. So once it lies, this transducing phage particle will go for the next infection cycle. So it can get bind, attach over the receptor of the next bacterium, internalize its genetic material. So with the help of another phage particle, it can integrated as an prophage. Otherwise, this integration generally leads to an unstable transduction process. This unstable transduction, once exposed to UV light, gets relieved on and it leads to instability. Whereas the stable transduction can only happen by the crossover of the genes. So crossover of the genes between the first chromosome of the DNA which enters as a transducing particle and the host chromosome. So we can contain and exchange and finally an effective one. So this one is basically depends upon the type of integration, that is the process of integration it is happening. So this one I have shown in the next picture. If you see the process of integration, what happens is the viral DNA particle which I have shown in the red color, which is indicated by a red circle 1, 2, 3, and the blue one carries the gal plus is the host chromosomal DNA. So both of them will carry an at site, which is the attachment site. So once this viral DNA binds with this at site and gets integrated and forms a prophage. So if you see that you have a bio plus gene and the gal plus gene. So once it can go for excision, so what happens, normal excision if it goes, which is shown in the left hand side, and sometimes error in excision occurs, which is actually the part of the specialized transduction. Since this error in excision will cause a additional gal plus gene gets attached with the chromosome, that is the viral DNA particle, right? So in normal excision, what happens is that exactly precisely at the same location where the at site is there, the excision occurs, then it forms a viral particle, replicates, lyses, and the normal life cycle goes on. So in the case of specialized transduction, what happens? An error in excision occurs. So this error de-excision and goes and binds in two forms. That means binds with the next chromosomal DNA with the help of another phage particle. It can gets attached at the at site and gets integrated. So this called as lambda gal region gets integrated. It is generally forms an unstable transduction. So once it is goes to UV light, then it is once again forms a excised one and it leads to instability. Whereas in the stable transduction, what happens is that the exchange will happen between these two, that is the error in excision particle of the first chromosomal DNA, that is the gal plus region, and the gal minus region of the second chromosomal DNA, and the recombination will happen and it leads to a stable transduction. This is how the transduction process of specialized transduction generally occurs. So I thank you very much for your understanding of this specialized transduction. So you can hear in my previous lecture about the entire discussion about the transduction and generalized transduction. So thank you very much.